Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Now by the title of this video, you guys probably got a few questions and I'll answer one right now. No, I'm not selling the breeders. Do not message me about the breeders. No, we're not getting out of breeding Croc Skinks. No, we are just not selling Croc Skinks. It's actually the exact opposite of what you're asking me. Yep, I'm no longer selling my red-eyed crocodile skinks. We'll get into a little bit on why I'm not doing it anymore. Then of course later we'll check in on that super red tokay because I know you guys have been asking about it, so I figured this topic isn't long enough to stretch to 10 to 12 minutes, so I figured I'd mash two together and call it a day. And that's what we're doing here. So that intro's out of the way. Let's sit back, relax, talk about some crocodile skinks, see a super red tokay, and roll the intro. So to try to stretch this video as much as I can, we're gonna be adding a lot of fluff. I apologize, but at least I'm being upfront about it. So we're gonna take this journey back to 2017 when I first started breeding crocodile skinks. Man, what a good time. A full head of hair and a full head of dreams. Not crushed by any of them like I have been since I started this business. God, my dreams are just crushed. I mean, I'm living them, a lot of downfalls here have also happened. I was just in love with the crocodile skink when I first got into them. I knew about 6 months later I wanted to try breeding them. I loved the parental instincts. It's obviously one of my favorite things about doing breeding with reptiles. Of course, that's why we got so much tokays, because I just love seeing the little baby with the parents. I think it's an amazing thing, and that's how I first got into it, was the crocodile skink. Of course, fast forward to a few years later, it is now 2019 when I first established DBCB Exotics. Of course, with our original logo, we had the crocodile skink into it. It was matched right with the tokay because my two passions were crocodile skinks and tokays. It's just simply for that parental instinct. Don't ask me why a jungle carpet was on the logo as well. I can't answer that question. Continuing on with the breeding, it's been a few years and I've gotten a pretty good decent amount of clutches. We've got some babies going, we got those babies thriving, we got selling those babies, and so I figured, you know what? Let's get some more, man. Let's really up the level with crocodile skinks and get a pretty good importation going so we can have multiple pairs to make multiple babies. And now usually I am very particular with my imports. I usually never get them blindly shipped to me. I always usually get them at expos where I can fully examine them, check them out, but I came across a deal at the time. This was early 2020 where it was too good to pass up, and really I wanted to roll the dice on it and hope it would work out. It did not work out. That was, when we're talking about dreams being crushed, that was one of them. It did not pan the way that I wanted it to. Of course, as you can see by this video right here, that's when we got the little dudes and we unboxed all of them. I think that was actually when I hit 1,000 subscribers. It was like my 1,000 subscriber special. I thought it was gonna blow up for some reason. I was like, dude, this is gonna be my video, like 7 crocodile skinks, 1 million views. I'm gonna wait till I hit 1,000 so I can monetize it and make bank. That was the second dream that was crushed. That did not do well. I think we're only at a couple thousand, but it's pretty cool. Then I was at 1,000, now I'm at like almost 6, so that's a plus, I guess. Did not rake in the loot. That was not a thing as well. So as you can tell by the video, you can see those crocodile skinks did not come in the best condition. Now granted, we did have a few males that looked pretty good. All of the females looked really bad. Super skinny, dehydrated, just not doing well. And of course, I'm no stranger to acclimating imported reptiles. I've been doing it for a couple of years before I started DBCB Exotics, so it's not like I was a newbie at it. I had a slightly good handle, I guess you would say. I mean, a few years ain't much, but it's enough time to kind of know what you're doing. These guys were just not making it, man, and unfortunately, one by one, they would pass. We did everything that we could possibly do, but crocodile skinks are so difficult just because it's very difficult acclimating an animal that needs something such as like deworming, any type of like medical care, due to the fact that they're so sensitive with stress that while you're trying to do the best from caring with them, such as, deworming, things like that, at the same time you're stressing them too much to the point of death. So unfortunately with crocodile skinks, there's a very fine line between helping the animal and inhibiting the animal, and we just weren't hitting it. And unfortunately, one by one, all of those crocodile skinks eventually passed. It was It was a pretty bad time, I guess. We'll just wrap it up as bad time. Not a fun time. Really crappy, man. It was not a good experience. And I kind of just, we didn't lose all of them. We still have one pair. Literally out of like, I can't remember, I think I got 3.3 pair. We have 1.1 that actually made it through that, I guess, transaction. That was the first big hit I took as a business and as a reptile breeder. It really sucked. Not even going into like the financial side of it, but just seeing, especially with a species that I love as much as crocodile skinks, watching that species and those animals that are in your care just fall one by one in the matter of, you know, these 28 days or so, it's not fun, man. It really sucks. At that point, I really took a step back and I realized I don't really want to expand on the crocodile skinks anymore. I stopped buying any crocodile skinks that I kind of just kept it at the 2 pairs that we had going on, and I kind of left it there. Yeah, that kind of left a pretty bad taste in my mouth over that time, and now we've gotten to the point where we're here today. Why I'm not selling crocodile skinks anymore. Now, this isn't something that I've kind of done out of the blue, where all of a sudden one day I woke up and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna sell my croc skinks. I've thought about this for quite a few months now, and originally I just thought, oh well, I'll sell them for like high dollars. So I started selling them for like $400 to $500. Thinking like, oh, well, I don't know, you know, maybe the right people will come because the money's high and so on. But, so for anyone that doesn't know, crocodile skinks lay 1 egg like every so often. I usually only get like 3 eggs a year. And at that point, even selling them at $500, I just don't, I like the species so much and I grow so attached to the babies because I keep them for so long before selling them that I don't really, the money ain't worth it to me, I guess that's really, I can wrap this video up in 10 seconds. The money is not worth me getting rid of the crocodile skink baby. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Why don't sell crocodile skinks anymore? Because I love them and I just don't feel like selling them anymore. The money, no matter, even at $500 an egg, it's just not worth it. I just like them that much. I assume your next question's probably gonna be, well, Dakota, if you're not selling the babies, I mean, what are you gonna do with them? You're just gonna have a bunch of crocodile skink babies? I mean, to be fair, as I noted before, it really wouldn't be a lot of crocodile skink babies not selling. It would be like 6 babies a year at most. Now, who knows, maybe down the line I'll rethink this and I'll actually start selling them again, but just for now, I'm gonna hold off. I think I'm gonna focus a lot more on, not lineage breeding, generational breeding. I want to start breeding down these animals into getting further generations besides just breeding F1s and F2s. I really want to get down to like the F3s, F4s, F5s, things like that. I'm also thinking of trying out selective breeding as well. I know, I can't remember his name. I believe SoCal Scales. I believe it's SoCal Herps. I want to say it's SoCal Herps. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. I know he does some like selective breeding with them, trying to get higher spikes, things like that. I have a couple that have a bit of a stranger color to them. Some crocodile skinks that are lighter in color. Their hue is like almost, I guess I would say like a lavender or a charcoal versus that black. So I kind of want to get into that, you know, mixing some stuff up, making some cooler crocodile skinks, and then just keeping them to enjoy for myself. Not even in YouTube videos. They're all mine. They're only mine. I'll still sell them on YouTube, but you can look, but you can't touch, because I'm not selling them. One last thing to say before we wrap this up and start looking at the tokay. I know one of my Patreon members wanted one, and I was holding one back for them to check on the sex to see if it was female to sell to them. We'll still do that deal, because I already said I was gonna do it. I'm not gonna like back out on that, so we're still good. But everyone else, you're not good. Only that one person and no one else. So you got pretty lucky there, Patreon member. Maybe if you other guys are Patreons, you could have gotten in. But the doors are closed now. The link's down there if you want to try your luck on, I don't know. Alright, that's enough fluff for one day. You guys got the answer out of me as soon as I gave you 3 minutes of nothing. Let's check out the super red tokay now, because that's probably why most of you are here. I don't know how to do a transition. Let's just make a transition piece from this building to the reptile room. Well guys, there you have it. We gotta talk about some crocodile skinks and we gotta see a super rare tokay. So I mean, you know, all in all, I'd say it wasn't really that bad of a day. Unless you wanted to buy a crocodile skink from me, then I would probably say then it'd be a not so good day. Looks like this is the part where I do my outro, so as always, huge shout out to Zen Habitats. If you're unfamiliar with Zen Habitats, they are a reptile aftermarket enclosure maker. They make some fantastic designs like this one right here that is just amazing. Impeccable, fantastic. Pretty solid enclosure. Something I really enjoy about Zen Habitats is the fact that they include their shipping in the total price. So while that $300 might sound like a big number, at least you're not getting hit with another 100 on those cheaper setups. That's a thing, and it's a thing that I enjoy about them. And if you liked the video, please feel free to give us a thumbs up. If you want to see some more of my animals or my breeding products, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, DBCB Exotics. We're also on TikTok. If you like some rad t-shirt designs, you can check them out right here. We are having an all-week 10% off sale if you enter the code DBCB1, so that's pretty cool. Get 10% off some really cool shirts. Other than that, of course, that's down there at Teespring in the description, where we also got Patreon, patreon.com/DBCBExotics. You get behind the scenes on everything going on in here in DBCB Exotics, including the plethora of my breeding products, such as ball pythons, monitor lizards, tokay geckos, New Caledonian geckos, other New Caledonian geckos. Is there a sixth one? Hang on. I think that's all we do, right? Oh yeah, sixth was a... the sixth one was the crocodile skinks. I mean, we're still breeding them, it's just... I got stumped there for a second. I think we're just gonna... let's roll the outro.